friends of Leo, welcome to my channel. My name is Misty. If you guys want to know how the energy of this solar eclipse and this new moon in Cancer is going to affect our Leo tribe, continue watching and we'll get right into it. My name is Misty. I already said that. Sorry, new with this whole record yourself thing. So here on my channel, I'm doing intuitive readings every noon and full moon. So we're going to look at a little bit of the astrology, what house this is taking place in, and how that is going to affect our Leos. We'll pull a little bit of cards. So just to dive right in, let's ask Spirit for guidance and wisdom. And we're looking for Leo, July 2019. I'm going to start with a couple of the Earth Magic Oracle decks, and then we will talk about the Rider-Waite. So this eclipse and solar eclipse for Leo, July 2019. And we're going to take it. Those are our cards. Ooh, you guys are going to be dreaming, it looks like. Yeah. So this eclipse and this new moon is taking place in Leo's 12th house. And the 12th house is the collective unconscious. It's all about the psychic abilities. It's about repression. It's about all sorts of things. And the card that just threw itself out on the ground is childhood. Dream time. And this is your creative time. So some of you might really be dreaming and really getting into your dream life. This is definitely a time for reflection and contemplation as well. And there's some childhood issues that is, I think all humans, we deal with trying to heal our inner child. And a lot of Leos right now are in the phase of trying to heal their inner child. Wow, I'm really getting this throat thing with you guys. So really working on healing the inner child and returning to a place of innocence. And that's you guys. In the tarot, I always see the Sun card with Leo, and they're so playful and they're so out there and they so want to play. And it's really, really beautiful. But being the collective unconscious and in your dream time, there's time for purification. It is time to really cleanse and let the waters cleanse and let the waters drench. Be careful of being pulled towards escapism and drinking and partying during this time. You really might be pulled that way around this, because as eclipses come in, they have a tendency to really bring light to areas that need change and transformation. And this is in your 12th house. So this is in the house of the deep unconscious. And so as a light is coming in and coming down, see, here's this light coming in and coming down and touching some childhood things and really pulling the attention of maybe some things that happened in the childhood. This is a great time for reflection and contemplation about what has happened in your childhood. It's a great time for meditation. I really feel, you see how his mind is just blown wide open. Like, this is your opportunity to really be open and really be blown wide open and really connect really deeply. Really, really deeply. So let's talk a little bit more about this eclipse before I start the Rider-Waite deck. This eclipse is in Cancer, yes, which is your 12th house, yes. But we have Mercury in retrograde, so it's already a good time for contemplation. It's already a good time for going in and setting some intentions. I think that a little bit of prayer and a little bit of intention to let go of some shame or guilt around some things that you've done in your past would be a great way to utilize this. Great way to see this energy. Now, for some of you, because it is in the 12th house, there could be some secrets coming out, or you might repress some issues. Or you'll find areas that you have repressed, definitely. And I could see like I'm feeling the need to shut down. It's very interesting. It's like, okay. But Cancer, Capricorn cusp, right? Crux is what we're going through. So you got the Capricorn eclipses that happened at the beginning of the year, end of last year, beginning of the year. And then you have the other eclipses that are going to be taking place at the end of the year, in another 6 months of the other way. And right here in the middle, we have the Cancer one. And this is all about emotional foundations, the well-being of your emotional foundations. And so there's going to be a light shown into that area to bring some healing, definitely bring some healing to some unconscious areas. And you guys might be tapping in. You guys are so playful and so loving, but you guys might really tap into that collective unconscious side. So if you do during this eclipse, just don't take everything so personally. Okay. Doing another person. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. So you guys are going to be looking at what it is to work versus what it is to rest. And some of you need some rest and you're not going to take it. I'm really feeling that. Some of you might resist the rest that you need and feel like, oh, I need to do this work. I need to get this thing done, But here at your house, there's a potential to really ground in and ground down at your house. Now, this is so interesting because these were the first 2 cards that I pulled for Aries. So you fire signs, there is just a lot of energy. I think as Mars moves as well. So there's just a ton of activity in your 12th house this month, July 2019. Just a ton of activity. Not a little bit, but a ton. And I think that there is some self-destructive behaviors that you're really letting go of, or you have let go of, and that might cause you a little bit of rest and may actually force the rest upon you, It's like after that heavy drinking night, the next day, all you want to do is lay in bed. All you want to do is lay in bed. And I do see... You're getting the Hermit and the Star card. How interesting. How interesting. Both in the future. So before we hit our future cards, let's go ahead and hit our run. So yeah, you guys have a lot of friends around you. A lot of really good friends and a lot of potential. There is something new coming in. There is a strong potential. This could be a relationship or a business for some of you, or a job opportunity, but there is something that's going to be coming in around this time. So going through this work, oh yeah, I feel that really opens up an opportunity through this eclipse. As you get to the other side, I really feel it's going to open up this opportunity. And there is an opportunity to do some celebration and some play in your environment. And know that if you surround yourself with good people, good things come to you. So there's this vibrational match. There's this vibration, maybe even somebody around you that has a higher vibration. It feels like they might bring you up. They might bring you into your playful side, bring you into your creative side, and remind you what it is to have that creative side. And, it's interesting because, oh yeah, that looks good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and so there is an alignment there. There is an alignment there, but there's also a tendency to get stuck in the head with this other person that you're hanging out with, or this group of people. It could be a group of people that you're hanging out with. But there's this, and there is definitely an alignment. There's definitely something very, very good here. We got the 10 of Cups, but you're getting the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess with it. So I'm really seeing that, there is this getting trapped in the head and getting stuck in these situations and not being able to see very clearly really what's taking place, really what's happening. And why you're binding yourself up, I'm not sure. But I think that you'll get a glimpse into why you bind yourself up during this time. You'll be able to see better and go deeper into the wisdom during this time. And you'll be able to see kind of like the hidden side of your emotions and the hidden side and the deeper wisdom of your emotions and what's taking place there. But, there is a change happening for you, and you're going to resist it somewhat. What's happening here, there's something that's going to come up that you're not going to want to look at. You're not going to want to see, but it's important that you actually take the time, because your guidance is in actually sitting with it, actually being still. And I know that you're resisting that inner light and being still, but I do see a pathway opening to where you can look in, to where you can start to see deeper. And some of you are going to get, so much passion coming through, so much that it almost like blinds you, like there's like blinders that come on and you don't see the entire picture all the way. But on the opposite side, there's this light inside of you that is growing, this inner wisdom, this connection to yourself that allows you to go in and go a little deeper. Yeah. All right, one last message for my Leos, Leo tribe, July 2019, the beginning of July 2019. Don't be afraid of the destruction that might come. I don't know what else to say there. I asked for one more message and I'm getting the Tower to the Death card. Some of you have already been going through the destruction, you know, and you're turning the corner. If you are in some sort of legal action or legal thing, I wouldn't say that this is the best combination here, and I would definitely tell you to seek more advice and more help there. But you are being led to a place where you are going to have to make a decision somewhere, and that's coming up later. That's not yet. That's not yet. But there's definitely a transformation taking place. Let's clarify this card. I didn't mean to start something this big. I thought it was going to be light, but we're here now. Let's clarify the Tower card and the Death card and the Justice card. There's a relationship that might end, a relationship that is loving and supportive, or it's going to be like surrendered or sacrificed. It's going to be let go of. And I feel like this is something that maybe you really wanted, and it could be something that is actually really good for you, but it's important for you not to be seen as the aggressor in the ending of this. You want to let this leave gracefully. You don't want to come in as, and you don't want to come in and be the actual sword that's like making the sacrifice. Instead, you want that slow, easy surrender. So if for some of you are, feel like you're in a relationship that might break up or going towards a breakup, I'm just really inviting you to be gentle and allow it to release during this time. Don't hold on to it. Don't be the aggressor during it, because you might be reacting from a space that is so deep in the unconscious, you know, and it could really for some of you, this is a past life thing. This is a past life karmic calling that has causing a sacrifice during it. For some of you, there might be a secret relationship or a secret thing taking place as well. And I just want to encourage you guys to be gentle, and you don't have to be aggressive to make it pass, to let it pass. It can pass. Now, if you can't avoid that, because I know how eclipse season is, it can be cray, you know, and you just need to cut it off, just cut it off and do it the fastest, easiest, nicest, kindest way that you can. Of course, this is me, you know, me, the Pisces girl, going, be gentle. So, all right, Leos, thank you so much. Happy new moon. Namaste.